Okay, week 2 of the summer library program, Imagine Your Story. This week's activities are How Tall Is Your Giant and the Magic Dancing Beans. The other video will be a storybook reading of Rachel Isadora's retelling of Rapunzel. In your bags today, you have a small roll of receipt paper labeled Measure Yourself. And you have a larger roll of receipt paper labeled How Tall Is Your Giant? You also have a bit of butcher paper, as well as some beans and some magic potion. For How Tall Is Your Giant, you will also need a pair of scissors, things to color with, and a pencil or pen to draw your giant foot. So to get started with How Tall Is Your Giant, take out your measurement, your receipt paper for how tall, for Measure Yourself. And you stretch your arms out wide, all the way out, from fingertip to fingertip, and you want to measure this length of yourself. Right there. If Miss Jane was here today, she would help me cut it. I'm going to go ahead and cut it right there. Okay, and this right here is also how tall I am. Let's find out. Is that it? That's it. Okay, and if we lay this out, lay it out flat, and if we walk heel toe down this length, let's count and find out how many we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are all approximately 6 to 7 of our own feet tall. There we go. The next part of this is now to figure out how tall our giant would be. I'm going to use this marker so you can see the foot I'm about to draw. And pinky, back around over here, and right there, like that. Okay, maybe some toenails, and a couple hairs. There we go. Okay, now we're going to find out how tall our giant is by measuring out 7 lengths of our receipt paper that is labeled How Tall Is Your Giant. Get that paper clip off of there. I'm going to count them out from toe to heel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. 5, 6, 7. Yes. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this bit off. And this right here is how tall my giant with a foot that big would be. All the way over here, and all the way over here. There it is, all wrapped up. But you get the idea. If you were here in the library with us, we would hang these from the ceiling. And I would just love to see it. I would love to see all the feet that you draw. Do you have a nice pedicure? Are you wearing some sandals? Or maybe not. I learned about this How Tall Is Your Giant activity at an Explora Science Center workshop, and I'm pleased to share it with you all. Now, it just wouldn't be right to talk about giants and not throw in some magic beans. So let's move on to that activity for some chemistry and physics. These beans are not washed, and we do not intend for you to eat or drink any of this activity. I have my beans, I have my magic potion in my glass. Pour the potion into the glass, and then we'll drop in the beans one at a time. I'm going to pour all of this in here. Okay. Here we go. Start dropping one in there. This is a good time to talk about what is happening. It's splashed. To ask questions and to make guesses. We can observe that there are things going on. There is sound, there are bubbles, there is movement. I noted that there's chemistry and physics going on here. The chemistry of the activity is the carbonation of the soda. The carbonation is a gas like air, but it's called carbon dioxide. This gas is sealed into the soda when the lid is put on, and when we open the container, the carbon dioxide starts to separate from between the tiny parts of the liquid, forming the tiny bubbles. Then the bubbles stick to the beans, and this is the physics part of this activity. When the beans have enough bubbles on them, the beans and the carbon dioxide bubbles have a total density that is less than the liquid. The result is that the beans float to the surface with the bubbles. If you would like to take a few steps back, this is a great time to talk about matter. The different states of matter, solid, liquid, and gas. And we can maybe define what density is and where else we can find carbon dioxide. I hope you enjoy these activities, and I hope you're spending these hot, windy days inside reading a good book. Thank you, Ranch Market, for our magic potions today.